Hello, hello, good people. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Make America Think Again with Shauna Vaughn. I hope everyone is doing well as could be expected in this crazy time that we're living in. Um, but I hope everyone is having a great weekend. And, oh, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. Okay, so down below you see the correct spelling of my name. You have my IG handle there. Please, everyone take a moment to go to my Instagram page right now. Just do it right now and follow me, basically, because Instagram is playing some funny games. So I'm being shadow banned yet again. And it happens every single time that I start talking about more of the federal level, I've noticed, federal level political information. So follow me on Instagram because what they're doing is trying to mess with my numbers. Okay. And yeah, not allowing people outside of those who already follow me to see content. Y'all know how the shadow banning thing works. Okay. And then lastly, you have my Cash App information there. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to the page. Please, please, please subscribe to this page on YouTube where you can get all of your political information that you need and then you might not even know that you need. I will have it here. Okay, so let's talk today. First of all, I want to talk about the felons' increased attack on journalists. But specifically with female journalists, I want to talk about because I want everyone to really understand why. I think I should do a whole like mini series, I guess, on politics and psychology because I really want people to understand what they're trying to execute, what's behind some of the actions. Because I think if people better understood what they're trying to do, then that would help us combat it. You know, if people understood, oh, they're just trying to make me believe this, okay. So this week we saw the attack recently was on Rachel Scott from ABC News. And she asked him, the question she asked him was basically, with all that's going on, all this happening, war of choice, cost of living, cost of gas, everything that's happening, the Hanta virus, like everything that's happening right now, why are you focused on a reflecting pool? Like, why are you focused on the reflecting pool? Should you really be focused here? And he apparently got offended by that question because he knows it's right. He's trying to escape, basically. It's like this is escapism for him. Whenever he starts talking about, drapes and the ballroom and the weird, gaudy gold fixtures, it's an escape from the reality that he does not want to deal with. Okay, he wants the title of presidency, but he doesn't want to do the work of the president. Okay. So Rachel Scott asked this question, and he responded to her by saying, oh, such a stupid question, and something to the effect that, like, I see dirt, but you must not see dirt, or implying that she's either dirty or used to being dirty, something like that. And then you can also see him mouth, well, we can't hear it on the mic, but we can see him say bitch to the individuals that are standing around him when he turns away from her, that bitch, this bitch, something like that, something to that effect. It started off with April Ryan when he took office the first time. He asked her if she could go gather up the Congressional Black Caucus as if they were all her friends and she knew all of them. Can you talk to them for me? Go talk to the Black people for me. It's basically what he was saying. And April Ryan was like, I'm a journalist. I'm here to ask you questions. I don't work for you. And it was just Google it. Google that moment. Yamiche Asindor, she's one of my favorites as well. He's told her things like, you ask the dumbest questions. You always ask the dumbest question in low IQ. The same bullshit derogatory terms that he likes to use. But Here's two things I'm gonna offer for solutions, and then I'm gonna give you an explanation. Okay. Solutions. I think number one, what the press pool, with all the journalists that gather around him to ask him questions, the best thing that you can do, or the worst thing you can do to a narcissist is remove attention. Remove attention. So if you're not paying it, like attention is like crack to them. They love to be the center of attention. So if you were to walk off, if everybody was to collectively walk off and not give him any attention, he would probably stand there dumbfounded and looking stupid. I guarantee you that would be his response. It's like giving the fifth grader, which he is intellectually and emotionally, a timeout. A timeout because he peaked. Apparently, he peaked in fifth grade. So give the fifth grader a timeout. And then the other thing you could do, which I would love to see, journalists give him a collective fuck you. I would like to hear and see them all say, fuck you, stop talking to my colleague that way. I don't care what his title is. I don't care what they might even come. Oh, we're going to investigate. We're gonna file. How do you file charges just for profanity? He uses profanity against people all the time. Nothing happens to him. Hell, he's great people. He's great children, and nothing's happened to him. So how is it that you're going to lock up a journalist for saying fuck you? And if they all collectively say fuck you, again, narcissists love attention. So if no one is left to cover his ass, that's not going to work. He's not going to like that. So those are my two solutions. Now, explanation. Number one is desensitization. Again, back to trying to desensitize all of us in regards to how to not only handle the press, but specifically women, specifically Black women. That's what he is doing. That's what he does consistently, whether he's intelligent enough to know what he's actually doing or not, because he's just a big fat bully. He is showing and exhibiting this behavior, desensitizes others to it, to where unconsciously in their minds, it's okay to call a Black woman a bitch. It's okay to call a Black woman low IQ and stupid, or women, period, because he specifically targets and speaks to women that way. So number one, desensitization. Number two, vicarious conditioning. Vicarious conditioning, basically, if people can be conditioned by watching another person receive either punishment, reward, or some sort of negative consequences. And by a person just observing or even hearing that, it can condition them to respond in a certain way. I'll give you a very simple example. Long, long time ago, they used to immunize children at schools, elementary schools. They would immunize them at school, the nurse at school. So they would teachers would line their whole class up and bring like the kindergarten or first graders, whatever, bring them down in a line. Now, what would happen and why they stopped doing this is when you get the first, I don't know, 2 to 5 children that go into the nurse's office and they're crying and they're screaming and they're yelling, by the time you get halfway through the line, all the children are breaking down. You're never going to get to the end of the line because the 25th child has already ran and hid in the bathroom. So they were vicariously conditioned to have this adverse reaction to receiving a shot before they even received the shot, before they even saw a needle, before they even went into the nurse's office, because of how that first, that second, and that third child might have reacted. Same thing when you take your child to the dentist or doctor's office. They hear that child crying in the back, you're going to have a hard time getting them back into that examination room. Vicarious conditioning. He's doing it with us. He's doing it with anybody in the world who sees his behavior. And some people will say to themselves, because I don't know, their morals are questionable, but, oh, Oh, so that's how we speak to women. Okay. Okay. Now thinking about put adults to the side. Think about very impressionable children who are watching. And by the way, here's another thing. And this is a little off topic, but still on the same individual. Why do people keep allowing or bringing their children close to him? I don't understand this. This week also, he had children in the Oval Office, and he was talking about things that were not child sensitive. He was talking about like shooting somebody between the eyes and them unaliving them. He was talking about Barack, asking them, do they know who Barack Hussein Obama is? He was talking about the craziest things in front of children, asking a child if, if they had a fight, do you think you could take me? He told this other little girl, well, what do you want to do? What sports do you want to play? And she told him, it's like, oh, well, maybe you want to stick with soccer because you don't seem really tall. And she looked like she was about 6 or 7 years old. She's gonna grow. Like it was just the weirdest shit I've ever seen. But at the end of the day, I don't understand why these parents keep allowing their children around a known pedo. He's a pedo. There is a 13-year-old who the FBI took her seriously, her allegations seriously enough to use her case or her filings or her testimony in the case where they were able to convict Ghislaine Maxwell. So if it wasn't true, the FBI would have never used that evidence because they wanted to be able to persecute Ghislaine Maxwell. That's on record. We know about E. Jean Carroll, we know about all the other things, but I'm just talking about the kids, the children. Why do people keep bringing their children around him? It's just weird to me knowing all that we know now. Like, I mean, do we need to call CPS on you folks? What's really going on? So remember, when you see these um, abrasive, harsh acts against the press and journalism, it's not just about him, wanting to change reality and cause people to not believe in journalism and facts and truth. It's that. It is definitely that, but it's not just that. It's also to desensitize us and condition people in regards to how they should speak to and treat women, specifically Black women, but women in general. And then also it is to condition any other journalist or anybody else who wants to approach him with sensitive questions that he may not like and scare them off. They will be too scared to ask the question. So, journalists out there, if you are around this individual, please either cut the attention off. It will work. Trust me, he's a narcissist. He's a malignant narcissist. Like, it's just like crack to him. The attention is like crack to him. Cut it off or give him a collective fuck you. Talk to y'all soon.